Okay, hopefully this is working. This is a test stream of Star Citizen. My name's Calvin. As I said, hopefully this is actually working. And with any luck, if I can manage to get my my Twitch actually up here, it's being difficult. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, the Twitch app does not actually like refreshing quickly. There we go. Now, okay. Let's see if this actually works now. Too much traffic on the network. There we go. All right, now if this actually works, I'll edit it down and post it on YouTube on our channel. It's more or less a basic instructional to Twitch, or not to Twitch, to Star Citizen. Some of the controls did change. They've got new areas. This game is in alpha. It's alpha version 2.5. A lot of the main features of the game are not in place yet. The economy is still very basic. It's only been in place for 1 or 2 alpha revisions. Planetary landings won't be in place until alpha 3.0, which is 2 or 3 updates from now. Now, there's still bugs and glitches, and they just introduced a new lighting system that still has some bugs they're working out. But it is a playable game, either space combat, first-person combat, or just exploration. Of course, my system isn't actually recommended specs for it. It's below spec. And with my luck, I got the infinite loading screen glitch. The game does take time to load. There is a known bug on some processors that will cause it to grab one core of your processor and max it out without using the rest of your cores. Mine, it usually does it to core number 2. It's easy enough to fix, easy enough to find the way to fix it. All right. Here we are awake in Port Olisar around the planet Crusader. This is your normal spawn location. Anytime you enter the game without a criminal record, you'll spawn in one of these easy habs. And until you log out, you'll always respawn in the same easy hab. Well, it's a standard first-person movement controls, WASD. Now, if you start without wearing a spacesuit, you see it at the bottom of the screen. You can see the helmet. You'll come over here to the closet, and you can switch between your spacesuit and civilian clothes. There's also a closet you can use outside the airlocks before you leave the station. And you will have to have a spacesuit on, otherwise explosive decompression is a horrible way to die. Okay, hang on a second. Let me check my settings. Yeah, for some reason it wants to default to medium settings for me. I don't know why. It's playable, it's just kind of jerky. So, I'll drop it to low. Make it a little bit smoother. It won't look quite as pretty. All right, when you see use pop up, I'm using the F key. That's actually what selects when you see use. Right now, I believe to the end of the week, the Origin JumpWorks 350R and M50 are available for everyone. All right, you see it says B03, and you'll see as soon as it catches up with me, and you'll see all the signs that say B. Port Olisar has 4 landing struts, A through D. Again, until you log out, whenever you respawn, you'll always respawn on B strut. All of them are identical, except for these signs. You won't actually be able to tell which strut you're on. Yeah, the stream is kind of jerky here. The game, rather, from the stream. That's the only hint you get spacesuit required as a poster. There's no pop-ups, there's no audio warning. There's the closet you can use to put on your spacesuit. That's the only hint you get spacesuit required as a poster. There's no pop-ups, there's no audio. Okay. I was actually checking the audio quality on the stream. There might actually be an echo here in a second. All right. And it gives you the directions to the individual landing pads. And you see here, I believe that's C strut, they're ahead of me. There'd be D strut there, and A strut's on the other side of the central buildup. Again, they don't have a way to move between struts internally. And occasionally you'll get odd little things like this where the ships will bounce. These blue dots, you select them to change the equipment on your ship. Currently you got power plants, coolers, weapons, things of that nature. And because of this thing glitching up, it is actually out of my reach to get into the thing. All right, you got artificial gravity as long as you're within range. You can jump off the edge, EVA, and until you get back close to the surface, you can fly around. Once you get within about 8 or 10 feet, it'll actually drag you back down. And it will hurt you if you're going too fast when you hit. All right, WASD moves forward, back, left, and right. Q and E rotates you. Control descends. I was hoping that would bump the ship down. Spacebar climbs. You know what? If this is low enough, I can just jump on it. Yeah, here we go. Damn it. Yeah, I might have to do this again without falling off this time. As you can see, the game looks amazing. And again, I'm running a computer below recommended specs. I have plenty of RAM. It's running on a solid state drive, but my video card, if I was high enough, that would have worked great. But my video card is not to the recommended specifications. It's a generation 2 old. And these are on the low settings. Things only get better when you go to the high settings. There is momentum when you're EVAing. You can only build up to a certain velocity, but it's a decently substantial one. You can see it's got a docking collar, but they don't have any kind of docking mechanisms on stations yet. So some of the larger ships have functioning docking collars. You can open and close them and climb in through them. But I don't believe this one's one of the ones that has that. If I can get this blasted thing to open. Okay. I can't even get into my own blasted ship. There we go. And welcome aboard the Origin JumpWorks 350R. This ship's kind of the equivalent of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. So maybe a McLaren. And there's another bug I haven't bothered to look to see if anybody's brought up yet. Okay. Come on, climb. Alright, hitting Z actually turns on mouse look. For some reason my ship appears to be stuck in the deck. Lovely. Like I said, the game still has bugs. There we go. Alright, once you climb in, it automatically starts up when you get in the pilot seat. You lift off with the space bar. You may have to hold it a second. Once you get lifted off, tap the N key, and that raises your landing gear. When you want to land again, tap it again. It lowers your landing gear, and you see these highlights around the pads. Get over a pad, and you hold the N key as it says on the screen to auto land. All right, let's get away from the station a little bit. All right, W and S throttle up and down. All right, the left side of the HUD has the scale you see that indicates the throttle. On the bottom half, the upper half is your boost fuel gauge. You see the SCM in a box and a little arrow and then pre. SCN stands for Space Combat Maneuvering. You tap V, it switches it to Precision Maneuvering. Precision is what you use to land and to move around stations. Once you get up to speed, you see the precision changes to CRU. That's cruise velocity. Tap V again, you go to cruise. To the best of my knowledge, the 350 and the 50 are the two fastest ships in the game. In cruise and out. However, as you can see from the maneuvering, cruise, you turn very slowly. Now, you see all the little indicators in the center? The blue ring is where your gimbaled weapons are aiming. Obviously, the blue plus in the center is where the ship is aiming. That green rounded square with a little arrow is actually indicating the direction of your ship's travel. And you can see down here where it says coupled and G-safe. If you decouple, my ship is now pointing off axis. I'll continue flying in the direction of the green box, but all my weapons fire can be aimed up here. You recouple, it uses the thrusters to point your nose in your direction of travel, or rather changes your direction of travel to the nose. There is a flight physics model, if I can remember how to turn off, there we go. C actually changes the coupled mode off and on. Left Alt V changes G-safe. With G-safe, you can maneuver much faster, but you black out and red out. And once you fully black out, see everything goes completely black. You lose control until you wake back up and look up. So, blacking out's a bad thing. Wrong one. Okay, Alt V turns, Alt V cycles, left Alt V cycles all that. Okay. That's pretty much the basic flight. You know, left and right trigger, weapons fire. The mouse wheel zooms. Not all ships have a zoom. For missiles, I can't show you on this one. It has no missiles. Click on the mouse wheel. Click it. You'll see red partial rings start to appear around your target. When they fully lock around your target, it'll tell you missile locked. You hold down the middle mouse button and it'll fire your missiles. All right, for travel, tap the B key. This brings up your quantum drive. You get close enough to it, as long as it's not obstructed by the planet, or an asteroid, or being too close to a station. It gives you the distance in kilometers and the amount of quantum fuel it takes to get there. Your quantum fuel is shown at the top of your HUD. You select where you want to go, tap the F key. These are all with the default keyboard controls. It takes you there automatically. You can drop out of quantum drive early. You can see two other players here. Heading off after reactivating the comm array. Now, you notice you got all the comm arrays. They're basically just radio satellites. There's also two places called Cry Astro. You can go there to repair your ship, refill your ammo for projectile weapons, refill your quantum fuel, your conventional fuel, rearm your missiles, things of that nature. You'll have to go there and land, and it brings up a menu. You do have to pay for it. You have security post Korea. I watched the live streams. I still can't tell you how it's pronounced. I don't remember. This is one of the first-person areas. It is an unmanned security post. If you develop a criminal record, if you accidentally shoot somebody, something in that nature, if you do something that gets you a criminal record that appears at the top of your screen, you can fly here, go inside, and hack the computer. And it will take away your criminal record. There's also a mission to prevent people from doing that. So you'll get in here and you can either shoot them down or stay inside and use your first-person weapons and controls. One of the other mission chains is the ICC probe. It sends you after distress calls and things of that nature. You've got, if I can find it, the Kovalik shipping hub is an abandoned space station shipping hub, obviously. You have, it was actually one of the first missions, along with the comm arrays, to go to the shipping hub and investigate what caused the problem in the first place. So we'll fly out here and you'll hear the computer tell us it's a shutdown hub and then to get away. And you can see from the chat over here on the side that generally stuff's always going on. I think currently there's a 25 person limit per server, per instance. The final game will have much higher limits. He wants to get as many people per server as possible. All right. Switching to precision to actually get in close here. Precision, your max speed's limited to 50, whereas SCM, it's over 300. All right. When you get in close where even precision could screw you up, hold down left alt, and W and S are no longer throttle responses. They basically strafe you forward, and as soon as you let go of the key, you stop again. And S strafes you backwards. All right, the ship's light is Alt-T, your private light is just T. I'll show you that in a second. Every time you get in your ship, it turns on the lights, the spotlights in front of it. Now, in this situation, I've got an EVA. To get out of a ship, to get out of a seat anywhere actually, or a bed, or what have you, turret, hold the F key. You just have to hold it in a second or two. And in case you're wondering, yes, this ship does have a bed. I'm still wondering what's in that side though. And then you just step out into space. All right, currently people can steal your ship without consequences. If there was somebody right now in the hub, they could hop out here and jump in my ship and I wouldn't be able to do a thing to them. And they could fly off in it and leave me stranded here. I'm not going to do this mission. I'll leave it up to anyone who actually buys the game. Like I said, you hit T, you turn on your light. You can see the gas jets. A little light on the side of the spacesuit. My pistol, with apparently a second pistol embedded in my wrist, because why not? Assault rifle. There's another glitch that causes the assault rifle to become invisible. You can just... There you go. You can switch weapons and it usually comes back. And so if you get going too fast and slam into a wall, it will injure you. You see the little paper doll figure over here. Why is my... Ah. Okay, that's new. I forgot to turn mouse look off, and since I was looking to the side when I started moving, my controls were mapped to the direction of my body, not the direction of my view. I honestly can't tell you whether that's a bug or a feature. I will have to get together with somebody and see if it actually changes the orientation of your body when that happens. Alright, both the weapons I have equipped are projectile weapons. You can see the magazine over here. Let me turn the chat window off. You can see the magazine there at the rear sight. Right click aims you down the sights. Actually hold in right mouse button aims you down the sights. Things do have physical interaction. Oh, I got the energy pistol. Okay. So you saw the ballistic rifle and the energy pistol. This is knocking the can out of the grid. It's respawning in its default location. Now, energy weapons have a higher magazine capacity, but a lower damage per shot. And you can see from that little dot in my crosshairs, that's where the round will actually hit, as opposed to where the crosshairs are at. My light glare actually killed the labeling on this. I'm assuming on a higher graphic setting you can actually read the labels on these. I'll have to come back when I got more available power than running capture software. Turn the settings up and actually look. What I'm doing now is actually going down here to get a PDA that will unlock one of the rooms so I can show you the shotgun. Yeah, the furniture's kind of buggy too. Currently everywhere except the region around Port Olisar and inside the second port, Grim Hex, the outlaw port. You can fire weapons, you can kill people. It's not a nice thing to do, but and there is shell casings for the gun. You can just barely see them as they fly past. Energy weapons obviously don't have shell casings because, well, energy weapons. I'm having to show you the shotgun here because I haven't bothered to purchase one in game yet. This gives you a free one that's yours until you log out. I thought I got, or is it down here? Yeah, it's right here. Wrong room. You little twit. I took too long to get through the door. And we have the shotgun. In this case, it's an energy shotgun. But that's pretty much the game in a nutshell right now. Yeah, most of the basic controls, the R key reloads, if I didn't mention that. I don't believe I did. You can see everything has a pretty decent physics map right now. It's not perfect, but, well, as is repeatedly told everybody, this game is still an alpha. This is an incomplete game. You can see the little collision alert box pop up. They do have different armors and such that can make you very hard to see, that give you additional protection, light, medium, and heavy armor. They have different flight suits that are different colors that can make you hard to see, or that can make you easier to see. You can hold the V button and it will put away your weapon. Since we're floating around out here. Yeah, the docking ring on this ship doesn't work. I know it works on the Cutlass, and it opens at least on as soon as I finish spazzing out here. When you get close enough, you hit use, and it will pull you into the ship. And you hit use again, and it pulls you out of the ship. I was trying to crouch down. It wouldn't let me the first time. We appear to have another bug. Since I didn't hit use to get into the ship, it's not letting me get into the pilot seat. Yeah. I think I may be stuck in the ship. Can I go out this door? No. There we go. Just throw myself from the ship. And yes, this can be very disorienting. See if I can get the prompt to climb in. Yeah, roll's kind of twitchy. Let me do this. Since it wants to be difficult, I'm going to try going in the other door. You can see I hit something and it damaged my arm. And we've got somebody in a freelancer coming over. Yeah, I found another bug. Lovely. They do have a sniper rifle in game as well. One of the medium-sized ships. I've heard somebody call that the equivalent of an F-150. It's a full-size pickup. Well, I can go in through the door, but it's not letting me. I'm picking up the gravity grid of the ship, but I can't do anything once I'm in here. I have seen a ship explode by somebody firing inside of it. Currently, I don't think the hand weapons can actually do enough damage. They can impart momentum. It could be because the ship was stuck on something. Now let me chase it, see if I can get in it before it smashes and blows up. And the ships do have damage states. You can see a little bit of it right there. That's not something glitched in. That's actually damage to the ship itself. That little partial magazine. And when you're in a situation like this where you're just completely stuck and can't do anything, you might be able to see some of the damage on the nose. If it did any at all. It doesn't appear it did. When somebody's stolen your ship, something's bugged. You hold right Alt and backspace. You hold them for a second, you self-terminate, you reappear in your spawn location. If you're in a ship, some of the ships have eject systems. You can double tap the L key and it'll eject you out of the ship. But you do that, your ship's going to disappear. it'll also throw you vertically a fair distance, a couple hundred meters. So you might want to make sure you're not underneath anything like a station platform. All right. Well, I hope this has been at least a passable walkthrough, what you can expect from the game and some of the different things you can do. And this is Calvin with the AC channel. Thank you. Is it going to stop the stream? You just want to be difficult, don't you? Yes, you just want to be difficult.